Yo, what's up, good people? Y'all know what time it is. It's AA Sports, straight sports, no chaser. We got the super team of sports talk here with y'all. I'm one half of it, Diego Barishnikov, Black Dominican Russian. And I'm here with my main man, my partner in crime. They call him the 6 foot and I'm the post-up champ. Tell them who you are.
What's good people? It's the other A in AA Sports. The boy Uncle Hate. Broadcasting live on a Tuesday on the recap show. What's good?
Man, I can't call it. We're going to get into this Week 10 recap. As you always know, as we do every week on the NFL season. Got some other segments as normal. We got the Champs and Chumps coming up, as well as the Pitch to Bed Award, and much, much more coming in on the last call segment before we get up out of here. But as we always start off the show, thank everybody for watching us on the YouTube channel. We appreciate that. Remember to watch, like, hit that subscribe button right down there. Also, those of y'all that listen to us on the go, in the cars or whatever, appreciate that. Listen to us on the Spreaker platform. So we definitely appreciate the love and the support there. Also, don't forget, you can always reach us on Twitter at AA Sportscast, at Rike6000 for Uncle Hate, and reach myself at Diego Barish.
Yes, sir.
We are going to jump right on into things. As we always started off, y'all know what time it is. In the club, free before 10. It's open bar. And tonight, what are we pouring up for the people, Uncle Hate?
We're raising the glass for the homie Colin Kaepernick. Colin Kaepernick was announced by GQ to be the citizen, I believe it was Citizen of the Year.
Correct.
Shout out to him. You know, people, I know the anthem protests have turned into something else with what 45 got it going on right now, but Cap started this over social injustice and police brutality, and he made a sacrifice. He sacrificed his career basically for this, and shout out to GQ for actually recognizing him for it, because they could have went another way. They could have went with a couple of different other cats, but I believe they made the right choice with Colin Kaepernick. Shout out to him.
Right, absolutely. So, I don't know if he gets any proceeds or not from that. I don't know what kind of setup deal that is, but people maybe go out there and grab a copy of that GQ magazine with Cap on the cover of that. Get that man some support there. What else we got for the open bar?
Is it possible to take a drink away from Britt McHenry? Remember that chick who used to work for ESPN?
Right, I saw she came out and she had something to say about the cover, right?
Yeah, she don't like Kaepernick. I mean, she hates him. He disrespects the flag and the military, and they could have went a different way. She said they should have gave it to J.J. Watt because he raised $37 million for Houston.
Right.
She's come out really conservative from what I understand since she got let go by ESPN, and she's been on Fox News a good bit. Everybody's supposed to have their own opinion, but how can you hate on this man? He's giving his own money away. He's flying across the country left and right, volunteering his time, helping out. Come on, man. Let the man live. Give him a shine for this. I mean, look at what he's sacrificing.
Right. They don't want to see that because they, that particular side looks at it like, why give him any type of accolade or what have you for doing something that we look at as being wrong. Well, same way you look at it as being wrong, a lot of people look at it as being the right thing to damn do. And
exactly.
It's funny, a lot of these people so very, very quick to call themselves Christians, but don't live in a Christian manner to me. But
they throwing all them rocks, living in them glass houses. How that work?
But we digress.
Right. How that unemployment line looking, sweetheart?
Yes, sir. All right, people. So we're gonna jump right on into the week.
Shout out to that boy.
Week 10 scores. Okay, we got first up. Well, from the Thursday night game, we had the Seattle Seahawks winning 22-16 over the Arizona Cardinals. Richard Sherman went down in this game, big injury, ruptured a torn Achilles. Legion of Boom is getting real thin back there. I know right now I think it's just Earl Thomas. And I saw it today. I don't know if you saw it or not. It's dire times. They got Jeremy Lane, which actually they tried to trade away a couple of weeks ago, but he failed the physical. But he's out there. That's not good. So they went out today and brought Byron Maxwell back. They signed him today. Did you see that?
I heard about it last night. I tell you this much: if Julio don't ball on Monday, something wrong with Matt Ryan. If he don't ball on Monday,
I mean, Seattle right for the picking coming up. Seattle right for the picking.
Now you just said you said Earl Thomas is all they had left. Actually, he's just coming back. It was Cam Chancellor that was left. Earl been out the last 2 games. So
if I did say Earl, I meant Cam. Yeah, Earl was on the sidelines last week. You're right. Okay.
All their money is tied up in that secondary just about, and all them cats getting old and getting hurt.
Mm-hmm. And the rest of it is tied up in some of that front seven, and they ain't generating pass rush like they used to.
An Achilles is harder to come back from than an ACL. They seem to bounce back from them ACLs, but them Achilles, that's like 2 years. And Sherman's what, 29, give or take.
Right. Yeah. Because it's that explosion that you lose when you get that, that Achilles. I think about Navarro Bowman. Of course he kind of shredded his knee up the injury before he torn his Achilles, so it's kind of hard to, I guess, judge that. But there's some other cats out there that, once they tore that Achilles, it's kind of a wrap.
All right. No hating. Over under chances of Sherm playing another game as a Seahawk. Now, Sherm had a interesting summer, and they tried to get him out of there. And at 29, coming off an Achilles rupture, do they take this chance and cut bait?
I mean, what is this deal? What is deal looking like? What's left on it?
It seems like Sherm got that money a long time ago. It shouldn't be that much money left.
I mean, it'll depend on what kind of cap number is he gonna cost him. What is rehab looking like? I don't think they're just gonna cut bait. He's been a significant part of that team for the last 5-6 years. He's a cornerstone of that dynasty. So yeah, it's a business. So I get that side of it. A lot of teams will just cut bait, but I think Pete Carroll will do everything he could to probably keep him around. Who knows? But I don't think they would probably cut bait with him.
Yeah, I mean, he don't have the speed necessarily. I was thinking about the move to safety, but they got Cam for that. He's not going to be free safety because he don't have that type of speed. But, I'm pretty sure he's going to rehab like a big dog to get back and play. So,
unless he got some outrageous cap number, I can see him at least letting him come back and get a shot. And then if they don't see what they need to see, then, they still got that option to cut him.
You know what they're going to do, right?
What's that?
They're going to step to him on that restriction shit. Now, that's going to be the question right there.
Somebody's going to have to. Because
somebody got to.
They got to do something with that offensive side of the ball. And, I like Doug Baldwin, but at some point, they got to add some receiver weapons. I
believe Doug just gave them some money back, him and Russell, to get Dwayne Brown.
He did.
So it can't be him. I'm thinking it got to be Sherm or Earl, because Cam just got his money.
No, I ain't saying Doug to get no money back, but I'm thinking somebody on their defensive side of the ball, because I think that's where most of the money is. So
yeah, Bobby Wagner got paid too. Yeah,
and that's what I think. That's where the older players are too that are making that money. What Michael Bennett deal looking like?
I can see him being gone.
So
Cliff Avril should fall off. I'm pretty sure they're gonna let him walk because he's on IR. So yeah, I mean they can find creative ways to make some money up. So yeah.
Yeah, it'll be interesting though. It'll be interesting. Next up, we got the New Orleans Saints. I thought this would be a closer game. I picked the Saints, but I thought it would be a closer game than this. Nah, they went up to Buffalo and beat the dog snot out of Buffalo, 47-10. Buffalo's got nothing.
I'm officially off Ty God at this point.
That was. I watched that actual game. They were bad. We got the Green Bay Packers going to Soldier Field, pulling one out, 23-16. Even after losing their 1 and 2 running back, number 1 and 2 running back during this game, during the first half of this game, they still managed to pull the win out. Big win for the Packers. Cleveland Browns were competitive this game, but they still went down to the Lions, 38-24 in Detroit. We had next up the Pittsburgh Steelers, who was sleptwalk through the first 3 quarters of this game.
3.5.
Managed to pull it out at the end, 20-17. The Jacksonville Savages snuck by the LA Chargers, 20-17 in overtime. Had the Tampa Bay Buccaneers winning what I heard was one of the ugliest games in the history of football.
That game was trash.
15-10 over the New York Jets. Ryan Fitzpatrick getting the win over his former team. Next up, we had the Tennessee Titans coming off a bye, winning 24-20 over the Cincinnati Bengals. Minnesota Vikings. Just from last week, I was talking about not giving them no respect, partly because of their offense, but hey, they put up points this week, 38-30 over the Redskins. Minnesota, 7-2?
Yeah.
Might be time to start talking about them, people. Next up, we got another young up-and-coming team, the LA Rams, winning 33-7 over the Tennessee Texans. That would be tight. But the Houston Texans, that's where they're located. Next up, my 49ers finally getting off the schneid, 31-21 over what I won't even call them the New York Football Giants right now because they don't even deserve that name. They're the Little Giants.
Oh, they the Little Giants? Okay.
They're the Little Giants right now. You give up almost over 500 offensive yards to the 49ers. Some heads should have been rolling Monday morning, but I see nothing's been done as of yet.
I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't get it either. So shout out to my boys. Y'all been playing hard pretty much all season. Glad to see us get one. And I get back on that track to getting that number 1 and number 2 pick. New England Patriots going up to the Mile High City, smoking a little weed, still able to take care of the Denver Broncos 41-16. Last night, your boys, Carolina Panthers, putting the beat down on hopefully will be the last of what we have to see the Dolphins on primetime this year. After 3 straight weeks, that was enough. And last night, Carolina put them out of their misery, 45-21.
I tweeted last night after in the middle of this game, and I wasn't trying to be premature with it, but it kind of sticks out to me. Can we say Ndamukong Suh has been a bust for them?
Definitely hasn't earned the money that he got. So, yeah, I think that equates to a bust, right?
I wouldn't put him as number 1 because I would assume that's Hainsworth because Hainsworth didn't even do shit. But he's the highest paid defensive player. Well, he was. Highest paid defensive lineman. Because they were right at him. Like, right at him. They owe him a lot of money.
Breaking up, dog.
There we go.
Okay, now you saying, but you saying Hainsworth. Yeah, I don't want to put him in that kind of category with like a Hainsworth or a Jamarcus Russell type bust. But like you said, for the money that he's been paid, I'm not. A lot of games you don't see the production. It's like it's on and off, so it's very inconsistent. It sounds like almost when he feel like playing, he do. When he don't, he don't. All right. Sorry about that, people. We got some technical difficulties right now. Uncle Hater's in the building. We just got to get him back. And thank y'all for listening to us on Spreaker. We appreciate that. Remember to tap that heart. Give us some love. Give us some likes there. Also, watch us on the YouTube channel at AA Sportscast. Straight sports, no chaser. Give us a thumbs up. Leave us some comments. Give us an email or two. Let us know how we're doing. Let us know if we suck. We'll appreciate that. And we have Uncle Hate is back in the building.
Charter Communications, people. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's what you got now?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Oh, man, that's rough.
Yeah. that's not the goal.
All right. So now I'm saying I don't want to put Sue in the bust category of like a Jamarcus Russell. Just didn't have the talent to play. But based on what he's been paid, Yeah, that's not adding up. It's like it's on and off is what I was saying before a few minutes ago. It's like it's on and off. It's like he play when he want to. He don't play when he don't feel like it.
I wouldn't. I mean, he's not. I'm not looking at draft bust. I'm looking at straight free agent bust.
Right.
That type of bread, and you just don't perform. I mean, they done got their ass kicked 3 times in a row on national television. 3 times in a row, and you don't hear me?
All right, there you go.
What the hell? Okay. What else did I'm so off kilter right now. Okay. Steelers and Colts. I had something about this game. Ben Roethlisberger looks really bad this year. Like, really, really bad. Like, old.
Is it bad like Andy Dalton bad, or is it just not the Ben we used to seeing?
He looks hesitant. He looks tired. It looked like he's throwing that ball with everything in him just the same now. And they're 7-2. But do you feel like he's done? Do you feel like it's him that the reason why they're winning, or is it the running game and everything else?
No, it's everything coming together. Large part of the defense has kind of stepped up. Le'Veon Bell, for the most part, has carried the team. I think right before they bye, he had, I forget how many games consecutively of at least 25 to 30 carries. And that's how they started actually getting on the road. Earlier in the season, they were throwing the ball more with Ben and running Le'Veon less. That's when they were having some struggles. So maybe they see the same thing that you're seeing. Say, hey, Ben ain't what he was, so we're gonna depend on the running game more. So it almost seems like now that you think about it, or you say that, it almost seems like the first Super Bowl Ben won when he was with that veteran team. They just asked him just to do a little bit, hand the ball off to the bus, let the defense do his work. It almost seems like it's almost come full circle, and that's what he's doing now on the back end more than what he's been in the last 2 years.
I agree. The Chargers. Do they not creatively find a way to lose on Sundays? Like every time?
It seems like it's always by a field goal or 1 point or 2 points or something.
What's their record? The Chargers are 3-6. No, they're 3-6. It just seems like every way there is to lose a game, they find that way. Every way. It's just and New England. You see, in fantasy, I don't like to make everything about fantasy in some cases, but did you notice last week I dropped the Denver defense?
No, I didn't. Talking about in our big league?
Yeah, the money league.
Nah,
nobody's afraid of them. They don't stop anybody. What do you see with that defense?
Same thing. We talked about it last week. And this week it was more the same thing. They're giving up a lot of points on our offense. They're giving up a lot of points. The offense is not scoring a lot of points. Defense on the field all the time.
Yeah,
that's not how they built the play.
And Brock didn't look that bad Sunday.
As I said last week, we went over that game. The first drive or two, he didn't look. I was saying he didn't look bad, and then he turned back into Brock. Right now he's looking all right. He's giving them to me a better option than Ted. Is it Ted Savage? Tom Savage? Savage boy. Fred Savage. Hell, he's a better option than him. If they can get any resemblance of a running game going, then they can start putting some points on the board. And then maybe the defense is like, okay, y'all came to play, so we'll come on back to work. It's like they're on one of them union strikes. They're in front of the building, picketing.
What's going on with that's the same thing. I didn't hear Von Miller's name not one time Sunday. Not once.
Yeah, I mean, you know how Belichick do. He's not going to let your star player get off. So I'm pretty sure if you go back and look at the tape, a lot of chipping, a lot of double teams, going away from him. So I'm pretty sure Bill had that covered. And plus, Tom Brady, he getting the ball out quick. In most cases. As a matter of fact, was it this game they were talking about? Von Miller had dropped back into coverage, and one of the announcers was like, "If Von Miller is dropping back into coverage, something's going wrong because he should be rushing the quarterback."
And I want to say he got a pass interference on that play. So, hey, bless their heart. All right, let's move on into the game breakdowns. First game up, we got Dallas and Atlanta. This game here, we can probably key it up to one player who made a big difference, and that's Adrian Claiborne. That's his name, right? Adrian? Yeah, Adrian Claiborne. I'm going to get into the Dallas coaching. Somebody's going to get an award a little bit later on, but Tyron Smith did not play. That's their left tackle. Ezekiel Elliott started the first game in his 6 games on Sunday. And they needed him because they had 3 backs who went for 15 carries and 65 yards. And once again, Dak Prescott, without Zeke, is a totally different player. I'm not saying Dak sucked, but
he's just average without him, right?
He needs Zeke. People, they've been talking about it the entire year. It's a big difference when you're looking at 2nd and 4 or 2nd and 3 compared to, 2nd and 7, 2nd and 8. It's a big difference. And that running game predicates the offense. It really does. But Dak went 20 of 30, 176 yards. Got sacked 8 times.
That's
8
rough.
times in one game. That's rough, man.
Yeah, that's just real rough.
Jason Witten had a sight. Yeah, we had a Jason Witten sight, and the old man showed up. And I thought Dez Bryant was going to have a good game the way he played the first quarter and a half. Then he disappeared.
Yeah. I think this is a couple more than one week in a row, a couple of weeks in a row, actually, where Jason Witten has gotten targets like he used to get 5 years ago. So he's definitely serving as a kind of security blanket or release point for that.
Right.
But outside of that, yeah, they don't have anything going passing wise. Week before last, they had a unicorn sighting of Terrence Williams, one of his big games. Some of y'all probably ran out there and got him on fantasy and put him in y'all flex spot and lost.
That was a damn shame. How long y'all been drinking that potential?
Oh, man. So.
Atlanta got it done. Matt Ryan won the big game. I got talked into some foolishness taking Dallas, but it's okay. I stand by mine. Yeah, I got talked into it.
Got him.
Devontae Freeman got knocked clean out first quarter.
He's still in the dark room.
He got knocked out so bad they announced on Monday he wasn't playing next Monday.
Right. They'll play till Monday again, right.
Right. Normally they wait till like Wednesday, Thursday to start saying they ain't gonna play. They said Monday morning he ain't playing next Monday. So
do you think they probably being overly cautious? Because I didn't realize when it happened, but after I read it the next day, this is his second one this year.
Where did he get the first one? I read that too, but I don't recall when he got the first one.
I want to say it was the first game of the year.
Who'd they play? I can't remember who they played first.
It was the first or second game of the year. I know the second game was Green Bay. They played the Bears the first week.
Oh, well, yeah. Yeah. He didn't miss no time, though, so I guess it was a light one, I suppose. But, yeah, if that's 2 in 10 weeks, I get it.
Yeah.
Coleman looked solid, 20 for 83, a touchdown. Julio, 6 balls, 57 yards off 8 targets. I don't understand. It just seems like they never can get him the volume like these other number ones get. I mean, I know he's hurt a good bit, but you know what? I take that back because I remember the year before they went to the Super Bowl, they were force feeding him, throwing the ball to him 18 times a game.
Right.
And Matt was throwing all them picks. So I guess it's good that they spread it around, but if this is your best player, you got to get the ball in his hands.
Yeah, and then how many times are teams scheming to purposely double team him, keeping the safety over the top, bracket coverage. So that plays a big part into it as well. Because when Julio getting 10, 12 balls a game, Atlanta rolling.
Right.
You keep him under 5 or 6, somewhere between 5 and 6 catches, somewhere around there, then you're giving yourself a good opportunity to slow that offense down.
Indeed. Dallas only had 233 total yards in this game, 2 turnovers, 1 for 2 in the red zone. They had the ball for 27 minutes, but people, if they don't have a run game, Dallas don't have no offense.
Nope.
It's
And
just
I don't even want to put it all on Dak. We talked about it with somebody else the other week. Might even be in basketball, but how they talk you up, put you on this high pedestal, and then when something happened and you can't live up to that pedestal that really a team helped build, but now they looking for you to do it individually. That's kind of what Dak has fallen into now, because you got a lot of people, I guess, criticizing him, so to speak, or questioning, can he be that guy without Zeke? And it shouldn't really be that. He should be able to, grow in the offense and, and play within his capabilities. But what I'm trying to get at while I'm rambling, they don't have the weapons on the outside
at all
to make it easier for him.
At all. One thing I'll say about Dak, too, Dak is suffering from what Cam deals with. Cam is a better quarterback when he has a running game and when he has protection. There's nothing wrong with that. A quarterback needs a running game and protection. He had neither one of those on Sunday. Yep. And he don't have no wide receivers. So
yeah, what the hell is he supposed to do?
Yeah, you can't fault him for that. It's not his fault that they put him on all them damn commercials and they anointed him number 1. That's not his fault. Right. Hell, I don't blame him. Take every dollar that they offering you. You are the quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys. I don't blame you.
Now, and I would like to look at tape, especially with a game like this one from Atlanta where you got 8 sacks. We know most of those sacks came from, Claiborne whooping old boy on the side. But I wonder how many of the other quarterback pressures, or if the other 2 sacks were just because Dak can run, but Dak it's almost like he seemed like he don't want to run sometimes. So he'll maybe stand back there too long. And I wonder if is he taking some of these sacks where he should be taking off running or getting the ball out of his hands. I wonder how much of that is it as well.
Well, you know what they do to running quarterbacks. They get in your head, tell you need to stay in the pocket. Sometimes you need to run to help your offense. Sometimes that's just what you need to do.
Right. Do you?
Yeah. It's all about survival at that point. You either going to stand back there and be a target or you're going to move. It's one or the other.
Right.
But that boy Dez, man, Dez just – he disappears.
Yeah, yeah.
I like Dez too. I really do. But if you don't have a speed guy on the outside, he's not that no more.
Nah, he's not. And I think that's the problem. They still looking at him as young Dez. They need to start looking at him as Anquan Bolden.
Basically. That's what he's transitioning to. All right, let's move on to this next game. You got anything else on Dallas?
They're in trouble.
Yeah.
They got Philly coming up this week.
That sounds like an ass kicking on Sunday night.
What's Dallas's? They are 5-4, and they went from being in the 6th seed of the playoffs. Now, if the playoffs started today, they would be out. We'll touch on that later on down the week. But big game against Philly this week. You've already just dropped the spot. Every game, I don't want to call it a must-win. Every game this time of year is a must-win.
Yes, sir.
Especially when you're in that position. So
shit done got real. And y'all need Ezekiel.
Very real. Very real. Because you think about it, they play Sunday. They could lose that game, and then they turn around and play Thanksgiving Day 4 days later.
Ooh, I forgot about that.
I forget who they play this year. Is it probably the Redskins?
They got the Chargers. They can win that game.
How the hell? They got the Chargers playing them on Thanksgiving?
Thanksgiving is on November 23rd. Yeah, they got the Chargers.
Okay.
Depending on Phillip Rivers should be back for that game. I saw he's in the concussion protocol. He ain't gonna miss Thanksgiving.
Phillip will probably be back this week.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, Cowboys got some business to take care of here in the next 10 days.
Don't that seem like a lob they threw them? We're gonna go ahead and throw y'all the charges on Thanksgiving. We know Zeke probably ain't gonna be playing. Just throw him a lob up there.
Oh, no.
All right, let's move on to this ass kicking that took place up in Buffalo. I'm off the bandwagon, people. I've been riding for that boy Ty God and them Bills.
I was waiting for you to get off of it. I was saying, now after this week, if he don't get off that train.
Defense and running the ball. He wasn't having to do too much. I was like, that's sustainable. This is the reason why he get them funny money contracts. Right here. This is why.
9 for 18. Is that 56 yards?
56 yards. And the folks in the stands was chatting for the backup.
Oh, man.
Some sucker, man. I don't even know where they found this dude at. He came in through a touchdown.
I was watching that game for the most part, and after like mid-third quarter, it got out of hand. I turned. Went to a more competitive game. But I didn't realize that 9 for 18, 56 yards, 33.6 quarterback rate. That's horrible.
Bruh, at home.
And out of those 56 yards, 42 of them went to Kelvin Benjamin. And that was his first game with the team.
Jordan Matthews, 1 ball, 14 yards, 2 targets.
Wait a minute. Something ain't adding up. I'm about to say, because that's the 56 yards right there. So what are other 5 completions at, though? Well, you know what? That's the sack numbers and that kind of stuff get thrown in.
That's how I get the numbers down, the interception yards and the sacks.
All right, I got you.
Bruh, they got their ass kicked. Who was the team that went up there the week before that and beat the shit out of them? Let me look. Somebody just went up there and just beat the brakes off them week before. All right, there's Buffalo's schedule. Okay, I'm sorry, the Jets. The Jets beat them at home last Thursday. The game seemed a lot closer than what it really was.
Right.
They really got blowed out in that game. They ain't had a quality win since they beat the Raiders on October 29th. But
right, and the Raiders is shaky.
Right.
I mean, yeah, this was all bad. I mean, 10 first downs for the whole game, 2 for 11 on third down. Time of possession. New Orleans won the time of possession 41 minutes to 18 and a half minutes.
You know, people, sometimes coaches, they talk shit in the offseason. They give you that coach speak about what we plan on doing. We thinking about doing this shit. Sean Payton said they were going to run the ball and focus on defense. He said that this offseason.
Yeah.
I didn't believe him. I thought they'd still be out there throwing the ball 45 times a game. Drew Brees getting them numbers and losing. No, he wasn't bullshitting. He was dead serious. That's what they did.
Yeah.
And I know we talked about it last Thursday. We got to pay them some attention now.
Oh, yeah. When you talk about that ground game, I mean, combining for 237 yards between Kamara and Ingram. Then Kamara getting another 5 balls and 32 yards, 4 touchdowns between them. Drew Brees, he didn't even throw a touchdown in this game. You know what I'm saying?
They put up 47 points, and Drew Brees didn't throw a touchdown.
Not one.
Not one, people. Had under 200 yards, and they won.
I look at Michael Thomas, and a lot of people don't talk about Michael Thomas because he don't have a touchdown. I think he's only got 2 touchdowns this year, but he already didn't call 59 balls for 662 yards.
The best stat to me in regards to Drew Brees in this game?
What's that? He get sacked, yeah.
You keeping them upright. You running the ball well. You playing defense. So it's going to be there later on if they need it, if he has to throw the ball. Because he really had to.
Right. I mean, he's got some decent weapons everywhere. I mean, he's got Michael Thomas. You can lock him, pistol him in for 7, 8 balls off the rip every game, pretty much. And you got Willie Snead that just came back. You got the other boy Coleman on the other side.
They got that tight end too.
Kobe Fleener.
Yeah, Fleener. I mean, you know, I can't recall in my years of watching, of late at least, a team actually making a dramatic switch like this and sticking with it.
Yeah.
We didn't see this one coming. Not running the ball and playing defense. Not New Orleans. Didn't see this one coming. They are 7-2.
Yeah.
7-2.
Yeah. I definitely didn't see the running the ball.
Shout out to them. Shout out to them. And Atlanta, y'all got to play them 2 times this year.
Those games should be fun.
Yes, sir.
It seems like they done lost some of their steam or that rivalry the last couple of years.
Yeah, it has. Well, you know what the big joker is for the Saints fans? 28-3.
Oh, I say the ring.
Well, the ring, and then they blew that.
Yeah.
You know, had Atlanta won that Super Bowl, they wouldn't have been able to say shit. We got one, y'all got one.
Right. Now
3, they can't say nothing.
Yeah, don't let them win.
Bruh.
Yeah, I'm waiting on that game right there.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good one. All right. I think this next game is the only damn game I won in the head-to-heads this week because I took a L this week. Minnesota beat Washington 38-30. And this is another game where the score seemed closer than what the game really was.
Yeah, this is pretty much a 2-score game.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the most part.
Entire game. You know, they lost their running back early in the year, the rookie, but they got 68 yards out of Murray. They got another 32 out of McKinnon. They're getting a run game. Case Keenum, 21 for 29, 300 yards, 4 touchdowns. 4.
Backup.
A backup. You know, people, that was a problem we were having with production this week, for me at least, when I was working on the notes. I don't like doing backup bowls, but unfortunately, it's a lot of backup bowls right now. A lot of starters are hurt.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, four teams won this week with backup quarterbacks.
Wow. It's been a tough year.
And several more had to start with backup quarterbacks. They just lost. 4. Right. It was more that started.
Right.
I think you got about half the league is, you know, backups.
And that homie can't get no call. Shout out to you, people. Shout out to you. Adam Thielen, 8 balls, 166 yards, and a touchdown, 12 targets. I'm assuming that Josh Norman didn't follow him in this game. I'm assuming.
Yeah, I couldn't lay too many eyes on this game. I peeked in here and there, but my assumption would be the same. Or was he on Stephon Diggs?
Well, he got off too. So, yeah. You know, I know some things are supposed to be a certain way. Like I expected their secondary to be solid this year. I mean, they had solid games this year. What they did to Oakland earlier this year when they shut down Crabtree and Cooper. But that's probably the last good secondary game they've had. And that was damn near week 4.
Who, Minnesota?
Nah, Washington.
Sorry, Washington, yeah. Yeah, you know, we talking about Minnesota last week about not taking them seriously, not only this year, but I rarely ever do anyway.
Right.
We need to, because now, you know, last year they were in the talk right before this Teddy Bridgewater tore up his knee about being a Super Bowl contender based on what they had done the previous year. You know, because they should have won that playoff game against Green Bay, but the damn kicker missed that field goal.
Yeah.
I mean, Seattle.
Blair Walsh missed that damn kick.
Right. It should be Seattle. So coming back around, people had them in the Super Bowl contender talk, and then Teddy Bridgewater tore up his knee, and then they had to go scramble and go get Sam Bradford. So it may be out of coincidence that you got pretty much that same team intact with a few more pieces that they right back in this position now because they got a quarterback, even though he's a backup, he's not losing them the game. Now, he ain't throwing 4 touchdowns every week, but you know what I'm saying? He ain't making them big mistakes like Bradford did last year.
Yeah.
You know? And he's keeping them in the game and letting the defense do their thing.
Well, one thing about him that differentiates from Bradford and it helps the team, Case will move a bit.
Yeah.
Sam will move. You know, Sam's a target just standing back there waiting to get hit.
Right.
And he's shell shocked anyway. You know, you jump at him, he, you know, scared or whatever. Right. So I don't understand why the talk this week has been Teddy Bridgewater. I don't understand.
I was hoping you could enlighten me because I thought maybe I was missing something.
Nah, I can't tell you shit about that. That don't make no sense. I mean, from what I can recall, Case has played damn near this entire season.
Yep.
Sam played week 1 and got hurt.
Week 2.
I'm sorry, yeah. So he's been here since week 2. Why would you sit him down for a cat who ain't played in 2 years?
Right. Yeah, and you rolling. That's the thing. It'd be different if you were struggling, maybe needed a change, shot in the arm. Yeah, maybe I probably would still not do it just if I didn't think Teddy was really ready.
Right.
But yeah, there's no reason to do it.
Ain't this the type of shit that backfires and messes up a team's mojo?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, you don't do that. Leave Case Keenum in there until he gives you a reason not to. And I ain't talking about the first reason not to either. He didn't held it down this long. He deserves to pretty much see this out, to me, if you ask me.
Now, I didn't watch a lot of this game either, but they said he threw these 2 picks. They said one of them was horrendous. Hey, man, stop that.
Yeah, I say shit happens, and again, he's a backup, so he's gonna do what backups do sometimes. It's just making sure that you don't do it a lot.
Yeah, exactly. If you're 7-2, you got a whole lot of room for mistakes, for one. And 2, you ride this out. When he throws a 3-interception game or 4-interception game, then you get Teddy up. But right now, no.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, you gotta ride this. You gotta ride that.
Yeah, you're overthinking, people. You're overthinking.
And especially when you're looking at your division, you got an Aaron Rodgers-less Packer team. You got a Mitch Trubisky-led Bears team. So you would think you should be able to hold the 2 of them off. The Lions may make a run, but if you anybody like me, you expecting the Lions to lion at some point.
That's what they're going to do.
So
they almost lost to Cleveland on Sunday. Cleveland gave that damn game away.
At home.
At home.
If Deshaun Kaiser doesn't make a rookie move basically at the end of that quarter, or maybe it was Hugh Jackson's fault for even calling that damn play, as a matter of fact. The quarterback sneak from the 3 or the 4 yard line with no timeouts with only 14 seconds to go in the half, and the clock ran out and you don't get any points, the Browns going brown. That was a Browns move. So,
hey, man, at some point we're going to have this talk about coaches and coordinators because I like Hugh, but Hugh seemed like a coordinator.
Man, Hugh looking like a special teams coach right now.
We only did 3 games. Looking at these standings in the AFC East, I see 1 coach, 3 coordinators.
In the AFC East?
And I like Bowles.
Bowles, Gase, the new guy in Buffalo, and of course Belichick. You're absolutely right with probably right with Gase and Bowles.
I guess we reserve judgment on the new guy because this is his first year.
I'll say it's his first year, but no, we're gonna see.
All right, Pittsburgh. I see 2 coaches.
Yeah, 2 coaches, a coordinator, and I'm not sure what the hell Marvin Lewis is, honestly.
I knew that shit was coming.
I'm not sure what is he?
I don't know. I don't know.
Shit, last time he been a coordinator? Because normally when we go this route, it's one of them hot coordinators. He the hot guy. He go get a job, and in 3 years, it's over. Nah, this Marvin Lewis on like his 8th contract extension. Kids and man, nah. So I don't know what to call him, but yeah, 2-1 and the unknown.
I don't like anybody in the South.
You got Doug Marrone. You know how I feel about O'Brien. Pagano.
I can't remember the cat's name for the Titans. He used to be an offensive lineman.
Right. Was it Malarkey?
Malarkey, there you go. His name says it all.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, AFC West.
Now AFC, you got Andy. I like Del Rio.
I like Del Rio.
You got a new guy in the Chargers. What's his damn name?
Both of them are new. Anthony Lynn and
Vance
So
Joseph.
we can take them out because they're new. We ain't gonna judge them off the first year.
Right.
All
But,
right. What you got for the NFC East? I don't like Philly's coach. I just think they're balling, but I don't care for him.
Jason Garrett. Hold on, I'm missing somebody. Philly, Dallas, Washington.
Yeah, you know McAdoo.
Yeah, those are all coordinators.
Yeah, the whole division, a whole division full of coordinators. That's crazy.
Yep. Yeah, because you got old boy in Philly, Doug Peterson. You got Jason Garrett, Jay Gruden, garbage, and then Ben McAdoo. Well, Ben McAdoo gonna be he might be a coordinator again next year.
Yeah, he don't have no head coaching job. That's a wrap. I don't know how I feel about Mike Zimmer. I mean, he's been there. I mean, it seems like they win, but he kind of feels like just a DC.
Yeah, but I like Zimmer as a head coach. I like Zimmer as a head coach. Maybe not so much on the X and O side, but as far as the leading, getting motherfuckers ready to play,
yeah.
Maybe
they play hard.
Their talent, yeah, definitely.
You never hear about no effort from his teams.
Exactly.
Caldwell's a coordinator.
He is, even though he's probably quietly, I want to say one of the better ones. I don't know. It just seemed like he one of them, almost like a Tony Dungy, soft-spoken, maybe a little more fiery than Tony Judges, a little bit. I don't know. He just reminded me of my granddaddy.
He seemed like the type to just, he'd be sitting at home quiet, drinking Crown.
Yeah, when he don't say much, but when he say something, you listen.
Right, exactly. There you go. I like Mike McCarthy.
He's an idiot at times, but yeah, he's cool as a head coach.
And John Fox has just passed his expiration date to me.
I don't even want to talk. I'm almost to the point like LeBron didn't want to mention Inches Canner. I don't want to mention John Fox's name.
Right. I don't care for Dirk Cutter's a coordinator. I don't know about Atlanta's head coach yet. I don't know about that one.
Coordinator.
Yeah. And I could be wrong. People keep telling me. I don't know how I feel about Ron Rivera. I mean,
he's borderline.
Exactly.
He's very borderline.
Sean Payton's the best coach in that division.
Right.
Now then you go to the West. I like Shanahan. I like Pete Carroll. I like McVay. That's the best coaching division we've talked about. The NFC.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a reserve right for Shanahan. We don't know if he could be on this coordinator list come next 2 years. He could be the same way. We'll see.
What's these pieces we gonna see?
We gonna see. Now for me, talking about Pete Carroll, he a rah-rah guy to me.
Same as Mike Tomlin.
Yeah, true. You're right. So, I guess he's kind of like Zimmer in a way. Not so much X and O, but more to a lot of the other stuff.
I guess we're saying the same thing in regards to effort matters to them. If the teams ain't quitting on you, they get up to play. That makes a big difference. That dude in Miami, he need to tell his wife and kids they moving next summer probably, because they quit. Yeah,
because who you can't blame nobody now. Who you gonna cut this week?
Right, you cut your best running back. To prove a point. And then
this was uninstitutional control, a lack of institutional control up there. You got coaches snorting
NCAA quotes. Look at you.
I mean, you got coaches in the team offices snorting powder, sending that shit to strippers and getting caught.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
You know, shit is out of control in Miami.
Yeah, he done lost control. All right, we gonna save this NFL draft thing for Thursday.
All right, cool.
We do these champs and chumps. I'm gonna start mine off. Champ number 1 goes to Case Keenum. I sat here last week and I said I don't take y'all seriously. You got it done again. You're up to 7-2. You threw 4 touchdowns. You should keep the job. I don't know how that's gonna play, but you balled this week for me. Number 2, Mark Ingram, and I need to throw in Alvin Kamara. People, the Saints got a running game. The last time the Saints had a running game in the defense, they won the Super Bowl.
I say, not only if they have a running game, and it's a problem.
Right. Clearly they knew what they were doing when they weren't playing Adrian Peterson. They knew.
And apparently they signed, I forget his name, but they signed some young kid that's supposed to be pretty good off somebody's practice squad today.
They're not messing around, people. I think one thing about the Saints, real quick, I think they missed Darren Sproles. When they let him go, Drew Brees likes that little scat back that he can use, and Kamara is better than Sproles in that regard. He can run between the tackles too.
Right.
So, good pickup for them. And my last champ is goes to Marquise Goodwin, the San Francisco 49er. He scored a long touchdown on Sunday, and people, I didn't know even until they said it on the show. They were wondering why he showed so much emotion while his teammates surrounding them and everything. Him and his wife lost a son earlier that day. How he had the fortitude and the strength to go out there and play that game, I don't know. But salute to him. Salute to him, and my prayers go out to him and his wife and their family for getting through that.
Yeah, absolutely. Because like you said, no one knew. I thought it was because, quite frankly, he's dropped 4 or 5 of those throughout the season. And I thought maybe it was because of that. He's like, maybe, finally I got one. You know what I'm saying? I thought that's where the emotion was coming from. But then to learn what actually happened, after the game, it put it all into perspective. He said, he showed big heart even coming out and being able not only to suit up and play, but also being able to be productive because he caught that 83-yard touchdown. And he also had a key block that sprung another long touchdown when the game was close and we were able to break it open and put it out of reach in the second half. So shout out Marquise.
One last thing on him. I mean, one thing he can always lean on is that game last year on that Thursday in Buffalo, he started the end of Darrelle Revis' career. He started it. So
that's true. That's true.
All right, my chumps, you NFL referees. We're not saying, we talk about it all the time. Vontaze Burfict is a wild animal.
Yep.
A wild animal. But just because he's a wild animal don't mean y'all need to be going up to the cage poking him. It don't mean that. That's not cool. No. It's not. And it seems like the last 2 weeks they've been fucking with him hard, trying to get this. Y'all already hit this man's pocket. Y'all, what was we up to? About $2 or $3 million he paid in fines, give or take, somewhere around there.
Right.
You got him again Sunday. Let that man live.
Yeah, and some of the players I was reading today, some of the players are saying, the refs have been trying to provoke him over these last few weeks. And, very, very suckerific to say the least. This one was bullshit. You could tell that ref was ready to throw that flag. He was ready for something to pop off.
I mean, are they expecting him to jump on him?
I don't know. Maybe they're trying to take more money from him. I don't know. But it's sad and it's obvious at this point.
All right, my second chump goes to Enes Kanter. Enes. It's only so long fake thugs can keep pretending, people. It's only so long. This cat here, this is like the ultimate rah-rah guy. I mean, he's always the one trolling, stepping to people on Instagram. He was the one waging war against KD when he left. He tried to fight LeBron last night for the little fella Frank. First of all, LeBron was right. Dennis Smith Jr. should be a Knick, and I'm saying this as a Knick fan. Damn it. Phil Jackson gave us this right here on his way out the door. I'm going to give y'all this cat, and he ain't even good for the triangle. Ennis didn't want that 5 with LeBron, man. He did not want that.
Nah. Because he ran up, and I really hadn't seen that from LeBron last night. I hadn't really seen that much of that from him over his career.
Oh.
Most of the time, it's kind of almost a back away, kind of, let the referee take care of it. He didn't give no ground last night, and he gave Ennis a little push. So if Ennis really wanted to do something, I'm assuming he would have did it then. That would have been the opportunity.
Yeah, if he wanted to do something. But I guess he was trying to get that garden love by saying, "Hey, I stepped up to fight him," and then you come out talking about, "I don't care if he the king, the queen, or the princess." Man, come on.
Right.
Come on. Really? Anywho, my last chump. This last chump is a big one. Jason Garrett. We already called you a coordinator, but Jason Garrett, your dumbass, ran the same game plan with no Z and not the best left tackle in the league didn't play, and you ran the same game plan. I'm assuming after the second sack, you might have wanted to send some help over there. Something. They did nothing. Nothing. Can you recall a dude making a Pro Bowl off of one game?
Hey, man, he almost did last night. Or Sunday, rather.
Damn, 6 sacks in one game?
That's crazy.
And you took a dude off the bench. I remember when I used to play softball. It's a story about Young Haight. Actually, it was baseball. And I was on the bench. You know what I used to do on the bench, people? I used to eat hot dogs, French fries, drink all the Gatorade, and then they tell me to go in. That cat wasn't ready to play. It was a late addition. I think they said like Friday it came out that Smith wasn't going to play.
Right.
So this has been cooling all week. And you tell him we got to go into the Mercedes-Benz domes.
Yeah.
With all that damn noise and protect our quarterback. Man, y'all set that cat up to fail.
Right.
Jason Garrett, that was a sucker move. Sucker move. What you got, dog?
Right, but that segues right into my first champ. We talked about Adrian Claiborne getting 6 sacks on Sunday. He had 2 coming into that game all season, and then now he has 8. And reason he's getting the champ not only because he had 6 sacks, but what those 6 sacks led to. He had some bonuses in his contract, people, some incentives that allowed him to get a $750,000 bonus when he got the 8 games. So guess what? 6 sacks, 6 and 2 is what? 8. So 750 racks coming his way this week. Now, if he gets another 4 sacks, he gets another $750K. And I think they said in its entirety, he can get up to $2 million extra in incentives based on his sack and pass rushing numbers. So this dude just basically helped him get halfway there. And I'm going to go, I ain't went there in a while, but I'm finna pull out Conspiracy Diego for a second here. What's the young man's name that kept getting beat on the Cowboys? What's his name?
Something.
All right, we're gonna call him Exhibit X.
There you go.
Let's check Exhibit X's bank account going forward these next couple of weeks to see if there's any big money transfers going on. Because if I'm Claiborne, I only had 2 sacks coming into this year, and I know I need all these sacks to get this extra money. Hey, man, I step 2. Hey, dog, let me get around this edge a couple times. I get these numbers. I shoot you a little something.
Hey, if you're a backup lineman, that's a win.
Exactly. Well, hey, what's that meme of the old boy?
Exactly. I mean, shit. Brett Favre did it for Michael Strahan. He laid down on that last set.
I'm talking about late.
Hey, it happens. What else you got, cuz?
All right. Next up on my champs, I had the 2-headed monster attack, Mark Ingram and Alvin Kamara. We pretty much went over it for the most part, but again, they combined for 237 yards on the ground, 3 touchdowns. Kamara had again another 32 off 5 catches coming out the backfield. So that's the engine of that team right now. And shout out to them. I also had this is a note from Sunday. I can't remember everything that they did. I should have took some more notes, but I had the Patriots special teams. They put in work Sunday night. We know Dion Lewis had the kickoff return. I think they had a fumble recovery, some other, a lot of other things, big plays that they made. So shout out to the Patriots special teams. My chumps. Going to my chumps this week. I don't know why I didn't write it down, but I got my notes right here.
That kick return for Denver, I don't understand why he's still taking their kick returns. It's like he fumbles every damn game. And they still
Benny Fowler?
No, McKenzie, I believe is his name.
Okay, McKenzie. Okay.
Fumbles like every game. I don't understand. Why is he still back? There's nobody else back there that can catch a kick return? Nobody?
I had two chumps this week. The first one was Chargers going to charge it, as always, losing a close game. They had that game won, but let Blake Bortles them get a field goal late to tie it up and then let them win in overtime. So, again, the Chargers losing another 3-point or less game, getting a chump. And then the biggest chump of them all, Ben McAdoo.
Okay.
Homeboy, they should have left you on the tarmac in San Francisco. I would not have let you ride the plane back.
You want them to do them like they did old boy at USC?
Like they did Lane Kiffin. Hey, dog. Hey, I come on the plane just like this. Hey, dog, we need to holler at you real quick. Man, no way in hell. You know, I don't know how many tens or hundreds of $1 million you got paid into that defense. And you give up almost 500 yards to the 49ers? Stop it. Stop it.
It's that haircut. He looks like a predator.
And then after the game, he still got that hair slipped back, standing right up there. No, I'm not worried about my job. You should be.
You should be. Hey, people, I just said it a little while ago. Some of you coaches need to go have that conversation with your kids. Let them know things might be changing. The friends you make here, you might not be seeing next year.
There it is.
You need to have that conversation. All right, we got a combined piss to bed. This one hurt. This one hurt right here, boy.
Yeah.
Coming into this game on Saturday, the University of Georgia Bulldogs were ranked #1 in the nation. I admit, I was looking ahead. Thinking about, damn, I don't want that trap to be Georgia Tech. Well, you ain't got to worry about that being a trap game. Auburn kicked our damn ass on Saturday. It wasn't even close.
Up and down the field. I mean, we had mistake on top of bad penalty that kept drives alive. But, you know, for the most part, even you take all of that out, Auburn beat our ass in the trenches.
Yep.
Both sides of the ball, offensive line and defensive line, won the trenches. And, you know, like I said, penalties or not, if you win both sides of the line of scrimmage, you're going to win a football game. You're going to dominate a football game.
Now, you know, that was a bad loss, but at the same time, we essentially control our own destiny because we run the table. If we beat, I believe we got Kentucky this week, got Georgia Tech the week after, and we should play Alabama in the SEC title game. We control our own destiny.
Unless Auburn wins the Iron Bowl, then we'll be playing Auburn again.
And that would be sweet if we got them again and got a chance to go to the playoffs. But you know, they did what we thought, like a lot of people been saying. They tried to make Jake Fromm beat us.
Right.
We'll beat them, and didn't work out that way.
We made a couple plays, but we dropped the long ball. Hardeman dropped the long touchdown. So, I mean, we had plays that maybe just didn't make them. I had to add on to that another big game over the college football weekend, another road team that was ranked high, went into a highly ranked team and got their ass whooped, Notre Dame and Brian Kelly. You get a big piss to bed award for this week. You, like Georgia, was supposed to have the better run game. Was supposed to be able to go in and at least be able to run the ball and hold fort on the road. You two got stopped and could not do anything with Miami in that turnover chain.
I haven't heard. I guess I missed the post game. Did he blame the kids? Who did he blame? Because you know he blames somebody every time.
All the time. It's never him.
Never him, people.
But I think, and I want to say Miami has. I want to say I read either that's their third or fourth game in a row that they have at least 4 turnovers.
Hey, shout out to them. Shout out to that turnover chain. That was good motivation them coaches came up with for them kids. Shout out to them. All right, let's run through these last few real quick so we can get up out of here.
Right.
I haven't been paying a lot of attention to the NBA this year of yet. I've watched a few games here and there. The Boston Celtics have won 12 straight games without Gordon Hayward. I still don't believe they can beat Cleveland in 7 games at this point. But did you expect this team to develop and be this good? the kids. I mean, I love what Jaylen Brown's doing. I didn't see this type of development that fast.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't honestly watched much of him. But I guess this is right at a month in the season, so we'll see as we get into these winter months. Because like you said, it's a lot of kids, some rookies, young guys on their team. Rookies hit rookie walls at some point.
Yeah.
At some point, these more veteran teams are going to get into shape or get their shit together, or whatever it is that they need to do. And some of these games are going to, I think Boston will come back to the pack a little bit. But they've gotten off to a great start. No, I didn't expect to see that coming at all.
Hell no. All right, Ron Artest is joining the Big Three. He's going to be on Steven Jackson's Killer 3 teams. I just got excited about a summer basketball league with one signing. Just that fact.
Are they going to get rid of? Are they going to drop Reggie Evans?
They extended the roster now. You can have 5 players now.
Oh, okay.
But they're going to keep everybody.
Well, maybe he'll help them because the Killer Threes was one of my teams I had on my radar for that league last year, and they laid eggs.
I want to say Chauncey didn't play the first 2, and then he got hurt late.
Yeah, he was in and out of the lineup.
And he's literally the only shooter. Past that, they were playing bully ball. This one's for you. Oscar De La Hoya has stated he has been secretly training, and then he called out Conor McGregor and said he would have knocked him out in 2 rounds. How can you sit there and hate on what him and Floyd did 3-4 months ago, and then you come out trying to do the same shit?
You want that cash, man. You want that cash. That cash rules everything.
I don't get it.
We ain't falling for it, buddy.
No, sir. No, sir. Not at all. I wouldn't even remotely watch that on Fire Stick. All right. Can we give 45 a shout out for getting them kids home?
No.
Okay. Well, the UCLA kids I believe they arrived home now from the shoplifting with LiAngelo, Jello Ball, and his other 2 teammates.
Right.
They got released from house arrest in China, and they're home now. So the other A and A Sports said we can't give 45 no shout out for that, so we would leave it at that.
I mean, if he actually did something to help, then yeah, absolutely. Because China don't play. If you follow the story and actually looked at some stuff, I was looking up the jail time and all that kind of shit in China. And a lot of stuff was saying, hey, they got like a 99.9 conviction rate. Once you get caught for something over there, it usually ain't getting overturned. So they ended up dropping these charges for these kids. So, 45 has something to do with it. Then, yeah, shout out.
What they said, he talked to the Chinese premier Saturday. And so, asked him, could he get this done? So, somebody hit us with that on our personal chat. I was like, yeah, what did his word really consist of? When he's like, hey, can y'all let him out? And they was like, nah, we got it. And he was like, okay, cool, I tried. Was it that? No, did he really try to, did he really get something worked out? So I would hope it's the latter, because you don't want to have to see these kids, man, go over there and have to spend time in the Chinese jail, for this. So, if like I said, if he did, it was a good deed. Shout out to him for that. But at the same time, I seen a lot of people on Twitter today acting like all the fucked up shit he did and said was supposed to be erased or no. Oh hell no!
I remember because he did this.
Hell no!
Please stop with that shit.
Nah, all he did was buy some PR capital. That's it. And it don't make shit disappear, but he just,
exactly. I'm gonna go look out for the UCLA basketball kids. They're black. We'll look out for them, and he did what the Democrats do. Damn, did I say that out loud?
Yes, you did. Mm-hmm. All right, Houston is 11-3. The Rockets, they are. They've won 6 straight games without CP3. He's supposed to come back this week. I know I've been saying it since they signed him. I don't see where he fits on this team. I cannot see
it. It could work, but one thing got to happen.
What's that?
You got to get a new coach.
They can't have coach open gym?
They gotta get a new system. They gotta run pick and roll. Well, they run pick and roll a lot. But they gotta force James Harden to move off the ball. This is gonna be. They get 11-3 right now, rolling. We're gonna see what happens. We're gonna see. Right. Now,
go ahead.
Let me ask this. Now, if if CP3, we tend to think of him as a cat that's fell short a lot, to say it nicely. But at the same time, I still think he is a really good, a cerebral basketball player. Basketball intellect.
All day.
If he can find a way to make this work, does it change the way we view him? Even if they don't win a title.
But he always gets a pass, though. They never give him the Melo treatment. He's never been out the second round either. Ever. So he gonna get that either way because he's a leader. They don't give him that shit.
Wow, he punches people in the nuts.
Right. He's known as a little asshole, basically. But
some State Farm commercials, man.
They love him for that. But is he not the prototypical we ball in the pro season in the regular season throwing lobs and shit, and then we fall apart in the playoffs? Yeah. He does that every year. But hopefully they can find a way to work. I looked at the game last week with the Cavs. That ball don't need to come out of James Harden's hand. That team runs well with him. He's getting everybody involved. He's a better shooter. So you're going to take the ball out of his hands. He giving you damn near a triple-double with almost 30 points a game. You going to go tell him to go stand in the corner and let Chris Paul dribble the air out the ball?
Yeah, that ain't happening.
That ain't happening. So we going to see.
We'll see come Christmas how this next month go.
Yeah, we're going to see. All right, Zeke is going out of the country to train to get his mind right. Boy, I'm concerned about that.
Where is he going?
It's parts unknown, allegedly. Boy, I'm concerned about that.
But see, more than likely, more outside the U.S., I'm not visualizing Europe or Africa. I'm visualizing like the Bahamas, Jamaica, somewhere where there's some clear water, a lot of legs on the beach, a lot of search for him to pull up.
Hey, you think Jerry sent the security folks with him?
I'm pretty sure he did. I would hope he's not that stupid.
Hey, we talking about Zeke because Zeke might have had his car shipped with him.
Wild animal.
Wild animal. All right, last one. The compensation committee, which Arthur Blank is head of, they came out and said that they stepped to Jerry Jones on Monday, told him to drop the beef. They're gonna pay Goodell, and they have been in contact. They've not lied about nothing. Well, Jerry came out and said he ain't dropping shit. It's gonna go on. What's the end game?
We gonna see. Because early this week too, I think it was yesterday or the day before. It's probably yesterday. They came out saying that they were going to try to. It was rumors about them trying to basically force Jerry out. You didn't see that?
I know they kicked him off of the compensation committee. They voted him out of that. Arthur Blank got him gone from that. But they trying to.
That happened
Saturday, I believe.
Saturday, okay. It may be the same thing, but I want to say I thought it was something about them forcing him out ownership wise.
Oh, I ain't know that. They going after the team?
It was some long drawn out article, a lot of different scenarios that have to play out. Of course, it's some far fetched theory that some writer probably just had to turn in the story for that day. They didn't have shit else to do.
I tell you what, it's a better chance of the sun not coming up tomorrow than Jerry Jones getting forced out of ownership of the Dallas Cowboys. It's a better chance.
I doubt it comes to that, but at the end of the day, 32 teams, I'm pretty sure they vote on shit like that. He only one person.
Yeah.
But whatever. I didn't read the entire thing because it was just way too long. It had too much legal jargon and shit in it. If it came to that, it said it would lead to years in litigation and in court. So.
Yeah. Hey, Jerry, we know you being petty because Zeke ain't there. Hey, man, tough break. You're going to have a high draft pick. Shit.
Right. And we still ain't eating that bullshit Papa John, so.
Hell no. That nasty-ass shit. You need to be mad because your stuff don't heat up right. It ain't got nothing to do with the players protesting. No.
Right. If you don't eat that shit hot.
It's terrible. Papa John's is terrible the next day. There's no reheat value.
Right.
Anyway. Is that it?
Hey, man, that's it. We appreciate y'all people. We went kind of long today. We had material today.
Yeah, we have material.
And at some point, I'm going to, seriously, multiple nights a week, not just, one night, one quarter out of the week. watch some basketball. So we can bring basketball. So, now is around the time we usually are ready for the season to start. So, we'll have some stuff coming up, of course. And, anything major happen, we'll highlight it. But if not, it's November.
I look forward to when the season starts on Christmas. I'll watch a game here and there now, but the season starts for me on Christmas.
Yeah, like I said, man, we talked about it, man. I'm indifferent, man, because I never get to watch the damn games on Christmas. It's always too much going on, too many people in the house, man.
That's true.
But, it is what it is. We're going to get on up out of here, people. Hey, drop that social media info. Let them people know where to reach you.
You can reach me at RK6000 on Twitter. Holla at me. I talk sports.
Right. You can reach myself at Diego Barish on Twitter as well. Don't forget to reach us at AA Sportscast, Straight Sports No Chase on the YouTube channel. We're also on the Spreaker platform. Make sure you listen to us there. And also the IG, Facebook, and Twitter page at AA Sportscast is always up and going. Y'all remember, you gotta give us some love, give us some likes, tap some hearts, thumbs up, comments, all of that good stuff. And we appreciate y'all as usual. For Uncle Hate, for Diego Barish, again, Super Team Sports Talk, baby. AA Sports, Straight Sports, No Chaser. I'll let y'all in 48 hours, man. Y'all be easy. Peace.